Hey Pisces, and welcome back to Cappy Cove. This is going to be your reading for November 2019. I'm going to start off by seeing what all cards you have, and then we'll go further into the reading from there. The first card you have is Sweet Violet, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Coins, the Page of Coins, Speaker, Attraction, Boredom, Transition, and this one is your crystal. Okay, Pisces, so for November, I'm getting a lot of different messages here. I want to start off with more into the romance side because y'all have the attraction card, and I'm feeling like either you're getting really bored with somebody that you are with or in a relationship with, or people that are coming to you or they're attracted to you or trying to hit on you. You're kind of feeling like, you know, they're just they're people that don't spark your interest. So there could be an overall boredom within your love life. I feel like for some of you though, some of you may feel the need to tell somebody how you feel about them, and you're having a hard time doing this. There is a certain fear around it. There's a lot of anxiety around it, but you're afraid to let somebody know how you are feeling about them or your true feelings for them. I'm also seeing a Pisces here who is going to have to stand up in front of other people. There's going to be, you know, it's going to be at least a group of people. I'd say at least 3 or more, but you're going to have to either, you know, stand up and have to like read a paper to them, or you're going to have to stand up and say something in front of these people. And then there's also a lot of anxiety around this as well. You're having a really hard time saying things in front of other people, and there's a lot of anxiety for that for the month of November. I will say that some Pisces I'm sensing are saying too much of how they feel, and it comes across, I'm getting aggressive or unkind. Now this is a general reading, so you could also apply this the other way around, but I'm also sensing that there needs to be a more gentle approach with the way that you say things to people. There also needs to be a balance between what you feel and where you put that energy. So if you're feeling one type of way, is it something that needs to remain private, or does it really need to go out to the public to hear? There's something here that you need to withhold from saying. Like, it needs to be kept in your private world. It needs to stay within you. And learning the difference on what it is that needs to be put out there and what doesn't. For any of you who are really feeling bored within your life, this is a time where you need to start a creative project. Art is going to be key in expressing your feelings and to also get you out of a rut, especially if you are having a hard time with your psychic abilities. November will also be a really good time to give back to others and to help other people out. And it also is going to help with taking you outside of yourself. You have the transition card here. A lot of you will have changes that pop up in November. Some of these will be small. For others, it'll be a larger scale. But there is an overall need to change. And I feel like for some of you, this is going to be more about inner work. What it is you're feeling and working on your belief system. Also being very responsible in what it is you do, especially at work or with your words and actions. So for November, being very responsible about anything you do. I do feel like you're going to be very loyal as far as when it comes to work. And you're going to be you're going to have like a routine and you're going to be on point. And I'm seeing work going really well. I see some Pisces here going back to school, deciding to take a class, passing a test. I do see travel. That's been pulling up a lot in all the readings. Some of you are going to share your art gift, or you're going to share your psychic gift. Some of you also need to not be careful on what you, like there's something here that you don't want to reveal. Especially if you are deciding to work on something that is going to be helpful to you in the future, whether it is, I mean, it could have to do with art or an art project, or even if you're going to art school, but whatever it is that you're working on or making a decision on that is going to help you in your future, you need to be able to keep that to yourself. Like it needs to kind of be hush hush. So that way people can't come in and basically ruin it. Some of you may have issues with grinding your teeth at night. And here, I mean, I keep getting this coming up a lot, being able to speak your truth. But there's also, okay, being able to speak your truth, but knowing how to speak your truth without being overly harsh and not saying things that don't need to be said. Because there's something here about, there is something in particular for you Pisces that needs to really be kept to yourself. It does not need to come out. It's nobody else's business. It's for you to know only. So that will be different for each and every one of you. I'm getting something with the spring and summer. During that time, this is going to affect you then as well. And whatever it is that you're doing behind the scenes or that you're working on will come out during that time. Really take a look at who you are. Like, I feel like some of you are going to be readjusting your belief system, but learning to be very authentic with yourself and figuring out who you are and what you are to yourself is going to be very important in November, especially for moving forward. Some of you need to go recheck your whatever you do to balance like your money and checkbooks. I'm getting something with like a utility bill that might not get paid. Some of you may be working like with, or might be like a special education worker. I do see here that some of you are going to have good news that comes in the month of November. There will be a lot of creative ideas. It's very important to follow through with those. I'm also seeing money coming in, and I'm also seeing anxiety around money as well. So if you're kind of worried about money, then I would say to just give it some time and just, like I said, balance wherever it is you keep your books at. So something is off balance in the books. That's what I keep getting. Something's off balance in the books. So double check that. But I do see money going good and coming in for y'all in November. Some of you may even get a bonus. And some of you, I keep getting this for a lot of other signs as well, but there's a lot of physical gifts. So either y'all are going to give a gift or get a gift. But I also see here that y'all need to work, like I was saying earlier, on being able to give to others. It's like the gift of giving. I do see that you will spend a lot of time being put into work, though, for November. Like, work is really going to be what you're mainly focused on. And try not to get too caught up in perfectionism. I'm getting that as well, like trying to be so perfect, or you're being like super detailed about things, but you're stressing yourself to the point where you're missing other stuff. I'm also getting Leo and Gemini and a lot of Virgo in this reading as well. So some of you may be dealing with them, but it's a general reading, so apply it as you will. I'm also seeing some of you may need to take an animal to the vet. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Bye, y'all.